Glitz pit sounds like an armpit glistening with sweat. It really does. It's supposed to be like glamorous. That's kind of what glitz means, is like something very gaudy, like something very flashy. So like it really matches here, I think. Because like this is a glorified combat arena where people come to wage bouts on the fights and everything. Hey, what's going on here? Yeah, no shit. Okay, so we can't reserve any matches right now. We can't go in there. Okay. Ah, Gonzalez, isn't it? I got word that you somehow fell back down to the minor league again. Can't say I understand why. Anyway, go on in.
You're minor league again? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so this is the part that I thought it was. So now that we have the super hammer, now we can break this block. So let's have a go at it, shall we? You got dubious documents, a set of documents that go into detail about a lot of important stuff.
Whoa, Gonzalez, that's some kind of scientific paper on the crystal stars. Who'd be investigating those things besides us? They even took pictures. The belt was fake, but the real stars gotta be here somewhere. Who'd leave something like this just lying around? This just reeks of funny business.
You again. Mr. Gonzalez, what are you doing in here? This is the minor league locker room. Major league athletes are forbidden. Even if they weren't, it's hardly appropriate to bash down our walls, I'll just be confiscating this, thank you very much. She has a really good back spray, like better than all the other characters, holy shit.
Dang, what's with her? We busted our humps getting that information. Some people just gotta rain on parades. Well, at least we know the crystal star's here.
Yeah. Right, so we're not actually in the minor league again, so we have to go back to the major league locker room now. And this guy's gonna be a dick and step in our way with this fucking Trodol here. Stupid asshole. Nice shades, nice Ray-Bans. You're not impressing anybody, you're a fucking door security guard. Okay, now we can do matches again. Okay, so that was something pivotal that we had to do. So let's get ready for our next match, shall we? Shell Shockers. Want you to wrap it up in 5 turns and less. Okay, that should be not a problem. Like, that shouldn't be all that hard. Shouldn't be terrible. Also, I just noticed that Mario's mustache on his back sprite doesn't go below his nose, but it feeds into his nose. It's a little bit weird. It almost feels like Mario's mustache grows out of his nose. It's kind of concerning. I don't know how I feel about this information. Oh, it's these fucking assholes. I remember these. Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about taking it easy on me because you guys are gonna die in like 2 turns. I'm not really all that concerned, honestly. You guys are kind of losers. But it's okay, we'll figure out just how losers they are in a few fucking seconds. Actually, what are my items looking like? Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna strategize, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna use a power punch, we're gonna use it on our Yosh. We're gonna make him really big, so he does a lot more damage. And now that he's really big, we're gonna use Gulp, and we're gonna take out these 2 dickheads in 1 fucking turn. Boop. Okay, or they're gonna survive entirely and beat the shit on me. That's cool. Nice, nice guards. Oh, damn, he's superpowered for 3? Holy shit. Okay, I need to get, like, we get a power from this chapter that I really love. I really love the power in this chapter. It's freaking awesome. And I'll show you guys how to make really good use of it. Because it absolutely is one of the best powers in the whole game, for sure. Oh, I think the little ticks and the little bars are for indicating damage and, like, how much you do. I think, is the damage multiplier that you get, depending on your performance for the action command. Holy shit. I totally forgot entirely that they are capable of doing that. Okay, that guy cannot live, but I don't want to use any items, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on that asshole, and then that guy should get flipped over. But the thing is if he survives, which he shouldn't, with the damage that the Yoshi's going to do from the ground pound, I'm gonna be dead, because he's gonna do that stupid turtle shell shit and fucking beat the crap out of me. But I don't think he'll survive that. Oh shit, did he survive it? Oh no. Oh shit, that fucking wiped me. Fuck. God damn it, I didn't expect that to wipe me, son of a bitch. Fuck, okay. That's fine, well we had our first death, that's okay though. I thought I strategized with his health value. That's really weird. I think their health value is only 8, and I thought I did damage to him before, so I thought he for sure would have died from that. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we still met the condition, and we still technically won, so... That's a waste of my fucking life shroom, though. Those things are really expensive. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the rematch with these fucking assholes. Whoa, Nelly. I don't believe my eyes, folks. The Iron Adonis twins are in a rage.
You made us look like suckers the other day. Now you're gonna pay for it. Oh, a little tired from your match, great stinkwad. Too bad. Prepare for pain.
Yeah, no shit. So that's something really cool. Wrestling does that a lot, too. Like real-life wrestling, where they actually, like, have matches and bouts. They have events that are preordained and, like, pre-set up to, like, keep crowd factor, like, engaged. And stuff like this, so like really famous wrestlers will come in and make surprise like guest appearances and stuff like that, just to kind of keep the immersion of the sport going, but like none of it's real, it's all kind of staged. But like it's still really, really, really cool. So I think we can only win by use of our Yoshi. I don't think anything we do to them matters except the gulp move. So we have to wait until the Yoshi's turn to be able to do some actual damage. But like, yeah, real wrestling does that a lot, where there's a lot of like pre-set up events and stuff that take place to like kind of keep the value of, you know, having guests and patrons entertained and stuff like that. So this chapter was very much built on that kind of axle. And again, I think it's one of the cool aspects of the chapter. And it's kind of what gives its identity and makes it be set apart from the rest of the chapters and everything else that the game provides you. I definitely think it's really cool. Like I said, there's a lot of charm to this game. It has a lot of awesome construction. It's really, really good. 17 fucking coins. We're also making mad bank up in this bitch, too. Alright, so the scary thing is if I got wiped to enemies like that, we actually have some tougher battles coming up here soon. This actually has me a little bit worried. Keep sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong and you're dead meat.
Man, that dude sounds peeved. I'm thinking that isn't our ex-buddy. Who do you think would send something like that?
I don't know, but they sure sound fucking pissed off. So I actually like that. I actually like the variance in the messages that you receive, because now it seems like somebody's actually threatening you, which is really, really cool. Like, it seems like you're trying to stick your nose and get into a whole bunch of business that you don't belong in. And I think that's really neat. It adds a lot of depth and a lot of sinister nature and air to the chapter, which is really cool. In this battle, I want you to keep that part of yours from doing any damage. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Only me attack. Okay. That I can deal with. That's not really all that bad. I can deal with that. I'm just gonna use multi-bounce like a motherfucker. I'm just gonna use a shit ton of multi-bounce. I think I'm gonna save my other power punch though, because that's what I bought them for. And I think it might be a good idea if I go and stock up on a bunch of super shrooms and shit like that, now that I have a little bit of less item space. Just to have some support, because I might find myself getting aced in a couple of these. After that turtle shenanigan. But we're getting pretty close. We're almost done with the chapter at this point. So hang in there. We're getting really, really close. Okay, let's use multi-bounce. I fucked up the action command. That's actually very, very rare. I like the angry fuzzy. I like the evil eye from that fuzz right there. Oh, he stole my FP, fucking piece of shit. Thought I blocked that too. God damn it. Alright, so I definitely need to utilize multi-bounce here. Okay, one of these assholes should be dying real soon. No, I did not. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, Koopa man. I thought that was an actual bad. It wasn't a bad. Now I feel like shit. God damn it, man. That fucking move sucks. Don't replicate. Don't multiply. Okay, I need to use something that is going to take them out. Okay, they can conjure lightning power. I did not know that they could do that. Okay, they're just going to infinitely heal themselves, so I need to think of a way that'll take these guys out very, very quickly. And there's only one way I can think of to do that. I was hoping to not have to do it, because it's really annoying and very time-consuming to do. But this is the only thing I can really think of that's going to work. And I better nail the shit out of this so I have the damage to be able to outright put them out, otherwise we're going to be here for a good minute if that thing keeps replicating. I feel like this is a Naruto battle with an Akatsuki member that has like a really ridiculously stupid overpowered atrocious ass ability and I just have to compensate. What? I hit the button though. Okay. Maybe I didn't do it quick enough, but I'm pretty damn sure I hit it. Alright though. That's, yeah, I was gonna say, that should be more than enough. That's 5. Nice, we just got a level 2, just barely. Wicked. From the toxic streams of Elden Ring to the chill cozy streams of Paper Mario. Pain, the reason Elden Beast was so goddamn bad for me is because I was using a katana, and I only had the bare minimum of investment into that particular stat to do damage. Like, the only way I could wield that weapon was with the amount of investment that I had, so I had bare minimum, essentially, is why Elden Beast was so fucking annoying. I mean, it's still a shit boss regardless of the amount of damage that I have, but basically, the long and short of it, that character was designed to be able to use everything in the game. And basically what ended up happening is I respec'd my character so many goddamn times that I ran out of larval tears. So I couldn't respec even if I wanted to. So the damage that I was capable of doing to that boss, regardless of what I used, because I had such little investment in dex and strength respectively, and those are the 2 damage dealing stats for physical weapons, I basically gimped the fuck out of myself. So even though my character was like level 230 or 240 or whatever, I had very little damage output. Elden Beast is nowhere near that hard of a boss. It's nowhere, like, it's a bad boss. So is Ratigan. I don't like either of those 2 fights, but like I have my reasons for why that fight was so arduous. And I'm making a new character on Elden Ring that is literally going to be straight shot, like pretty much lowest possible level that I can be when I reach the end of the game. And people are going to see just how hard Elden Beast is. So like, it's a lot of idiotic people thinking I need to overlevel in order to beat the game, when it's really just certain conditions that were... I'm not saying it's the game's fault. Like, I mismanaged my stat investment, so my allocation was poor. So that's kind of my fault. Am I running a filter on the mic? Sound a little bit more clean? No, I think I just transitioned the angle that I had it at, or something like that. I think I just transitioned the angle. But I didn't really change anything. Not from last time, anyway. I might be talking a little bit lighter. That might be it. I was having some vodka last time. I was helping myself to some Pink Whitney, so might have something to do with that. I am a raging alcoholic, so. But it really sucks because it's summer here, so instead of my fucking Pink Whitney being all freaking cold and chill, it's like insanely hot. It fucking sucks, and I could put it in the fridge, but I'm too lazy. And I don't want other people in the house drinking my fucking vodka. Okay, I have to avoid using any items, alright. Okay. I don't know what this fight is, but after this fight, I have to go stock up on items. I might actually have to stock up on items for this fight, but it's fine. That's why they have the... That's basically why they have the chapter structured the way it is, so if you end up needing items, or you lose your fight, you can go and get items, or whatever. So, like, you're never outclassed, and you're never outmatched. You always have the resources at your disposal to be able to get through whatever they throw at you. So, like, they're not gonna lock you into a fight that you can't fucking win. Like, without substance. So, like, even if I were to fall in this fight and die or whatever and get a game over, I can just go and get some more items. Okay, we're gonna go hefty damage on individual targets for this fight. But what's going on, Payne? Welcome. Good to see you, dude. As usual. Nice, okay. Yeah, but, like, I like Elden Ring as a game, but, like, it has some very bad structural flaw. Like, there's certain things about it that make no fucking sense at all, period. Like, I went on my other character, and I invested a fuck ton into Dex, so now I have, like, 40 points in Dex, and I'm still incapable of staggering anything, even though I'm smacking it literally consecutively, repeatedly. I'm smacking it repeated times with dual katanas, and it's just not staggering at all. Like, it's almost like posture is non-existent as a mechanic in the game. And I know it's based primarily around jumping attacks and R2 attacks, but, like, nothing I do seems to make a difference. And I was asking, V-Swed, who is a Elden Ring speedrunner slash challenge runner, and I was asking him questions about how poise and posture work. And I was like, is it built on a concept of consecutive strikes, or is it built up through damage, like physically? And he said that it's built on a basis of consecutive strikes. And I was like, okay, so how come when I'm hitting a target and pressuring it relentlessly with katana, it doesn't fucking, like, it doesn't buckle at all? Like, I'm dual-wielding katanas, I'm power-stancing them and hitting them, like, with Mimic Tier, which is mimicking my setup, and it still doesn't stagger. Whoa, another fighter storming and screaming his full head off about something. Gonzalez has lots of foes, folks. Someone who don't even know his name. Will he live?
Word on the street was that some mustache doofus was in Glitzville, and looky here. Talk about perfect timing, and now all these folks get to watch me myrtleize you.
Oh, this is cool music, man. This is great orchestration. Very cool.
I'm gonna destroy you, and I have witnesses.
Oh, are you really? Or are you just going to go down like a giant fucking Koopa-sized bitch like you always do? You shit-talking pansy. Yeah, but, like, people have done that to me before. Like, I've been playing a video game before. Like, that happened in Sekiro, too. They're like, oh, look at this asshole dying repeatedly to the tutorial boss and fucking rage quitting. Why isn't he using this fucking tutorial skill for the tutorial boss? Because I've never played the game before, you fucking retard. I've never played the game before. I'm not looking up a guide. I'm not looking up a walkthrough. I'm not getting tips from chat. I'm not fucking looking for answers. You know, like, I just didn't have Makiri counter. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't know how the game works. I don't know how the game is structured. It's a brand new FromSoft game. And they're like, oh, look at him dying repeatedly to the tutorial boss that can kill him in one hit. It's like, are you stupid? Like, that's just so fucking dumb. And the stupid thing is I nearly beat the dude on my first ever attempt at him with no items. I nearly beat him. I got a little bit overconfident and I made a misplay and he fucking killed me. And I was like, oh, fuck. Alright, well, I definitely have him this time, for sure. And I went back at it, and that's when I started dying repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over again. And, like, that's what pissed me off and made me fucking quit playing Sekiro for a while.
Well, I'd expect nothing less from you, Mario. Figures you get some licks in.
Oh, man, your fucking fat ass missed me? How the fuck did you miss? How did you miss? Oh, that's so cool! What the fuck? They have little stage hands come in and fucking tamper with the stage now? Oh, that's... Oh, man, this remake is so good. Holy shit. Quality after quality after quality with this fucking game. Never ceases to amaze. It's really adorable with what they've done with it. They've given it so much more identity and so much more life. It's freaking awesome. Did that plant... Did the piranha just switch seats for a better view? That's so cool! What the fuck? This remake is so awesome! They've done so many little quirky things with it, it's great! It's like the game is more lively than it ever was before. Amazing. I just love those big Souls players who just have to change their setups just after one death. Well, it's the funny thing. So I'm serious, like if you go back and watch my previous stream, I fought Hoaraloo, right? And I suck at Hoaraloo. And I beat Hoaraloo in like fucking 2 tries. Even with very little dex investment, I still beat him in like 2 tries. And then I'm on Elden Beast for 2 hours. And it's because I don't have any damage output and he's resistant to every element in the game. I can't use poison, I can't use holy, I can't use dark, I can't use bleed, I can't use fire, I can't use magic, I can't use fucking anything. And the thing is at my level, because I built my character to do and use everything, that my fucking level investment, it would have taken forever for me to grind. And I didn't want to grind anymore. I just wanted to complete the game. So it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't even do anything to help my circumstances. What do you want? And then that fucking asshole that was there, he's like, oh, use magic, you're a mage. It's like, first of all, you didn't watch my playthrough from the beginning. You have no idea what I was supposed to be building the character for. I built the character as a Swiss Army knife to be able to use everything in the game. No, I'm not gonna stay away from the DLC. I'm gonna play the DLC. But, like, it's fucking stupid how idiotic people are. They just don't take circumstance into account. They just fucking don't. They're like, oh, you're a mage. Why are you using physical weapons? You're a mage just because you have 70 int. Just because I have 70 int doesn't mean I'm a fucking mage, you retard. You could assume that, but that doesn't mean it's actually the case. I made a character to use everything in the game. I had 70 investment because I wanted to see what those sorceries were like, and it required that many points. That doesn't mean that I'm a mage. Stupid. I built my character to be a sorcerer. I built it to use a fucking faith setup. I built it to be doing bleed and fucking dex damage. Like, I built it for so many things. I just didn't have the stat investment for dex because I didn't think it would matter that much. No, see, that's the thing, Pain. Like, my build, my other character was not balanced at all in terms of your atypical character that you'd progress through the game with. So Elden Ring and Souls games is basically structured like you want to focus primarily like 3 or 4 separate stats and make an actual build. But I made a build for everything. The one thing I lacked was damage. But I made a character that could use incants. I made a character that could use all sorceries. I made a character that was capable of buffing themselves and doing everything that the game had to offer. But what I neglected to bring into account was my damage output for my actual physical weapons from me hitting targets. But the thing is I was able to beat Radigan. I was able to beat Radigan semi-consistently. I was able to get Elden Beast almost all the way down on his health bar, and Elden Beast is such a fucking terribly made boss that even though it's doing horizontal swings across the ground and I'm leaping over them with a horse mid-air and I still get hit, that's a bad boss. I'm sorry, it's a bad boss. It's a trash design. It sucks. It looks cool. It's crap. They added the horse to it because you have to run around and chase it down all the time, and honestly, the horse was something that they should have fucking involved from the get-go, but they didn't. Elden Beast is resistant to literally everything. You need pure physical damage, and I didn't have that. Because the only weapons that I was set up to be capable of using was the dual katana, which wasn't even my primary weapons of choice to begin with anyway. Because I wanted to use whips, but whips are completely unbalanced in that game. They do too little damage, they have too fucking much recovery. Like, I think their damage values are actually okay, because you get, like, a lot of damage from the whips in terms of auxiliary status effects, right? So, like, they're really good at building poison, or, like, they're really good at using bleed, or building bleed, or whatever, right? But, like, the whips had too much recovery, and they didn't feel like a light weapon should. And it's stupid that, to me, like, the katana... Like, even though I'm power stancing katanas, right? They weigh 3 times the amount of weight that whips do. But they attack twice as fast. Like, how the fuck does that make any sort of sense? Like, I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. The whip should be attacking twice as fast as they are, if they're lighter weapons, right? But they don't. Because the whips are just bad weapons. I'm sorry, but they're a bad weapon class. They suck. They're not balanced right. So I switched to dual katanas and found that that offered me the kind of balance and aggression and tactical, you know, approach with my strategy and my way that I like to play combat in those kind of games. So that's what I used. What? I used a special move. Oh, it meant a star move, didn't it? Oh man, shit. Okay. I thought it meant skill. I thought it meant, like, okay, I'm just stupid. That's my fault. Well, like, that's what I mean. Like, so many people shitpost on me and stuff like that, and I'm totally welcome to that. But if you're sitting here saying I'm like a casual scrub that takes 2 hours to beat a boss on average, you're a fucking retard. I'm sorry, like, I hate to use that word so much, like, so loosely, but you're just fucking stupid. If analytically you can't understand how I was able to beat Hoaraloo, which is a late-game boss right before the final boss, in 2 tries, but the final boss takes 2 hours, you're out of your fucking mind. Now, like, one could assume, okay, maybe he's just really bad at this boss, or maybe this boss is really hard or something. It's not that the boss is hard, it's that it's poorly designed and its hitboxes don't make sense. There are several times in the VOD where you can go back and see me actually strategically mounting and dismounting my horse, sprinting away and getting hit on purpose anyway, with nothing I can do about it, jumping into the air to avoid horizontal sweeps, and I just get struck anyway. That's not a skill issue. That's a development issue. That's something that they didn't fix. And their whole thing is, oh, if it's so bad, why were other people able to beat the game but you can't? It's not that I can't, it's that I don't have much damage. It's like playing Neo and fighting through the game on a casual playthrough using level 1 weapons like it's a challenge run. It's the same fucking feeling. I don't have damage output at the very end of the game, so of course the final boss is going to be fucking ridiculously hard. I'm not saying it's not my fault, but I am asking for a little bit of common sense and some understanding. If I can't respec my character, how do you expect me to do damage? I tried using spells and spells didn't do shit. Spells got me less progress in the fight than just fucking hitting it with weapons that I had hardly the stats to use did. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, riddle me that. It doesn't make sense. Like, people are just really idiotic. They're really stupid. And Kai and Spifftech and all those people have a very big fucking macho bravado thing where like, oh, you cry at video games, I fucking win, blah blah blah, get good. Like, it's not a matter of getting good, you idiot. Like, I would be inclined to agree with you because normally I would, if the circumstances made sense. If I was watching a streamer sitting there fighting a boss and getting mopped 500 fucking times, I'd be like, yeah, this person fucking sucks. Like a Melania, the supposed hardest boss in the game, took me 45 minutes. And I was using a half-leveled Mimic tier, and it took me 45 minutes to beat her. Right? But the final boss takes me 2 hours. Like, if you don't see some sort of discrepancy there, then you're just dumb. You're literally fucking avoiding the truth. You are deluding yourself. Yeah, he was aggravating my nerves on purpose. And like, I get shitting on me, that's fine. I shit on myself all the fucking time. It's called constructive criticism. I do that. I verbally coach myself when I fuck up on attacks. I'm like, I rolled that too early, or I was being too aggressive, or I was being too greedy. Like, I fucked up. You hear me do it all the fucking time. It's a habit. It's a good habit to work yourself into. These kind of players can't do jack shit if they're on the same pedestal. No, they can. That's the thing. It's like anybody can beat that boss on average, but they're misgauging the fact that I have an average chance at beating the boss, same as any other player. But my conditions are far worse. Do you think anybody else is playing the game on a casual level or whatever that's sitting there doing no damage to the boss? Like, if Mimic Tier is so overpowered, why did it take me, like, at least, like, 4 minutes in a fight to beat Radigan? You know what I mean? Like, just look at it for what it is, analytically, but they fucking refuse to do that. That's not my fault. Like, if you're stupid, you're stupid. I can't fucking help you. And they're so sucked into that whole macho bravado sphere that they can't fucking sit there and make 2 cents of something. And it's idiotic. It's a fucking dumb attitude. Like, I could literally numerically explain it if I had the menus. I could literally explain it. But, like, to put it simply, to boil it down, boss has average health bar. My character is level 300 because I wanted my character to be able to use everything in the fucking game. Is my character ludicrously over-leveled? Yes. My character is ludicrously over-leveled because it required me to grind to be able to meet the conditions with which I would be able to use all this shit. All the things that I missed out when I played the game the first time. I didn't use incants, I didn't use sorceries, I didn't check out buffs, I didn't check out a lot of weapons, and I wanted a character that would be capable of doing that. And I got what I paid for. I got what I wanted out of building my character for my playthrough, for my stream, for what I wanted to do. And these assholes roll in saying level 235 wasn't the fucking plan. Who the fuck are you to come in and tell me that my character that I built, that I literally explicitly said was designed purely to use everything in the game, is over-leveled? Or like over-geared? Or that wasn't the plan? You're a fucking moron. I'm sorry, you're stupid. Like, if you go back in the VOD, I said it in the very beginning when I first started that playthrough of Elden Ring. I was like, I want to build a character that can use everything, so that's the game plan. I don't want to get to the DLC and not be able to use 80% of the gear that I find because I don't meet stupid requirements. I want to be able to check out everything and have a fucking good time. You know, I want to have some Chardonnay, I want to have some turkey, I want to have gravy, I want to have fucking, you know, like, dumplings, I want to have everything. I don't want to just have fucking bread and crackers, you know? It's like watching those no-hit runs popular streamers do and then come to the conclusion that everyone should be at that same skill set. Yeah. So, like, my conditions for the boss that I was fighting were completely batshit. Like, I had no damage. I had literally, like, a 15th of the damage output than the average player would have. So, of course, the boss is going to be 10 times harder for me, right? That only makes fucking sense. But, like, they're making the misgauged conception. They're misgauging and saying that, hey, your character's ridiculously, ludicrously overleveled and you still can't beat the boss? If players can beat the boss at level 90 or 100 or whatever, why is your character that's level 400 fucking taking literally so much time? And, like, I get that at surface level, that's a very valid observation. But if I dip into the statistics and the numeric values of the game and deconstruct it and fucking tell you why you're full of shit and you refuse to acknowledge it, fuck you, you're a dick. I'm sorry, you're just fucking dumb and you can't be helped. You are beyond aid. I can't help that. But it's gonna be really laughably funny when I sit here and I make a dedicated Elden Ring character, because you know what I'm gonna do on this new character? I'm gonna do exactly what I did with my other character, but it's gonna be way underwatered. It's not gonna be level 300, it's not gonna be ridiculous, it's gonna have a fucking decent amount of health, it's gonna have a decent amount of endurance, it's gonna have a decent amount of faith, and it's gonna have a decent amount of dex. And you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna mop the fucking game. I'm gonna mop the game like shit, and it's gonna look like it was fucking nothing and it had very little challenge to it to begin with. And I'm gonna beat Elden Beast and Radigan literally 80 times as fast. And then they're gonna be like, oh shit. And I can be like, yeah, oh shit. It's almost like what I was saying was fucking true. And you guys are dumb. Sorry, I really should be paying attention to the game instead of ranting. I know I'm kind of killing the immersion with my rant here a little bit. It's just really frustrating. Like, I really shouldn't let it get to me. Like, it really doesn't matter all that much, but it is fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, I know exactly what it was. I know where I fucked up in my character structure. I know where I fucked up. But, like, I'm gonna make a dedicated character that can use faith so I can buff myself with certain things, but I'm not gonna use any of the dragon incantations. I'm not gonna care about it. Like, I'm not gonna worry about doing any of that shit. I'm not gonna worry about using sorceries, because a lot of the sorceries are fucking dog shit. Like, honestly, if you want my honest opinion, a lot of the sorceries are kinda garbo. Like, the only ones that were good were Stars of Ruin, Comet, and, like, there was one other one that was actually pretty good. I think it's called Shard Spiral, but, like, everything else was fucking crap. Like, sorcery wasn't even fucking worth it. Like, explainatively, Ronnie's Dark Moon, which is a spell that casts 70 int. That's the requirement to use it. Comet does literally half its damage and is literally 10 times as fast and requires literally a third of the FP cost. Like, explain that to me. Like, how does Ronnie's Dark Moon, a level 70 int spell that you shoot at an enemy, does like 1200 damage? And then Comet, which requires half the investment, like less than half the investment actually, and takes less FP, does like 700 or 800. It's like, I can blast 3 or 4 comets in the time that it takes me to summon one Ronnie Moon. Why would I do that? I would just spam comet at shit. It's stupid. But, like, these people are in fucking denial. Like, you can't help them. Because they're they're sitting there working off the gusto that, like, oh, I beat the boss at level 90. You're a scrub, blah, blah, blah. Get good, get good. It's not a matter of getting good, you fucking retard. If it was a matter of getting good, yes, I'd be inclined to believe you if I was getting my ass beat by a boss like 30 or 40 times. That's not happening. If I was adequately gauged to be able to tackle what's in front of me and I was still getting mopped, yeah, then it would be a skill issue and you'd be absolutely right and I would have no argument. Just because my character is level 300, that doesn't mean that it directly correlates to damage. And they're sitting there, oh, you're level 300, so you should be doing damage no matter what. That's not how the fucking game works. I had a lot of investment in face, so I could use face spells and incants and fucking shit like that, and buffs and stuff. But what actually matters a lot more is your damage for your weapon. If you're sitting there rocking a fucking dex katana or whatever, and you have 20 in dex to barely be able to use it, you're not getting any damage multiplier out of the damage from that weapon for the scaling, right? So that was my problem. That's where I fucked up. But the thing is like, I could have grinded. Yes, I could have put more levels into dex. Yes. Oh, is this the one where we have to blow down the posters in the lobby? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I know I'm still rambling. I apologize for it, but like I said, it's very fucking annoying. It's very frustrating. Basically, to put it simply, because I lost my train of thought, my katanas had no dex scaling, essentially. Even though they were max level, the max level doesn't mean shit. It just multiplicatively increases the base damage value of the weapon. But if you don't have investment in the stat that correlates to that weapon, you are not getting much damage out of it. And that was the problem, is I basically challenge ran Radagon and Elden Beast, and the only thing I had to carry me was my spells, like Flame Grant Me Strength and Golden Vow and shit like that, and if I didn't have that shit, I would not have been able to beat that. I wouldn't have, like, I'm holding my hands up, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Radagon is kind of a finessey skill thing, but Radagon's still a shit boss because they gave him very dumbass AoEs, right? But that's one thing. I can understand that. To a degree, I can understand that. But Elden Beast is just a shit trash boss. It was just bad as fuck. Its hitboxes suck, its mechanics sucks, its design fucking sucks, it's a bad fight. So, like, of course, like, compoundingly, I'm gonna have a much worse time trying to do a fucking worsely made boss than even Radagon, who's already a shit boss with no fucking damage, you get me? Like, it's not gonna be a fun fucking time. And I'm very, very sorry to ask this. Could somebody please, like, if you were paying attention, tell me what I have to do, because I don't know what the condition is. I could check my emails, maybe? I wasn't paying attention. I'm too busy rambling incessantly, so again, I apologize, but, okay, here we go. Never mind. Go to the storage room next to Grubba's office. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, like, for people to come in and say, hey, you suck ass, like, get good, haha, scrub, fucking you're a loser, whatever, cry more, bitch. It's like, I'm not crying. Like, I never asked for the boss to be nerfed because I know what the conditions that are gimping me are. I didn't have anywhere near as much trouble beating Elden Ring before on a leveled character, so there's obviously something fucking wrong. Oh, I got the key already. I'm just fucking dumb. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, like, I know exactly what it is. I had no dex investment, so I was basically fucked on damage. We meet again, you husky mustached hunk, you. Why, if it isn't the young lady Felon, I don't approve of you following Mario, dear. You've grown careless, too. Did you know that security heard you making noise here? Oh, please, no one heard me. I'm the best mouse burglar of all time. I'm silent. It's quite obvious that someone else might have been monkeying about in here. Are you absolutely sure you didn't make just a little bit of noise? Hush, all you need to know is I've taken what I needed, and now I'll be on my way. As for the rest, help yourself to whatever you like. And now we must part again, my sweet mustache man. My, you really are brazen, aren't you, dearie? I almost forgot, my sweet. This arena holds many secrets, you know. You should be very careful lest you end up like those poor souls upstairs. And with that, goodbye, my delectable hunk of cheese. We shall meet again. Well, I dare say she is a thief. She certainly stole your lips with ease, Mario. But that's hardly important. What might she have meant by poor souls upstairs? Find the switch to reach the attic. The switch? Am I to understand there's a switch hidden in here? Yeah, so this is kind of where this chapter starts to get really, really cool. And really dark. It's fucking awesome. I do love this chapter. But yeah, like, I think I've rambled on about it enough, and I'll be able to showcase it on my new Elden Ring character. That literally is going to be as low level as possible, going from area to area to area. And people are going to see that I'm going to struggle on Elden Beast and Ratigan a hell of a lot less than before. Because the only reason Ratigan and Elden Beast took so long was purely on account of my damage. Yes, I had the utility of a leveled character, but I did not have any of the damage. And the thing is, I could have went and grinded a fucking ton of levels to get my dex up, but then people would have just had an outcry more about how over-leveled I was. So don't get me wrong, my character was over-leveled, yes, but it doesn't matter as much as people seem to think it does. Damage does correlate depending on your investment to your stats, yes, but only if you're actually corresponding it with the weapon type you're using. Like, that makes sense, right? But, like, people take things too fucking literally, like, they don't understand. Like, that's not my fault if you're too stunted mentally to be able to understand what the fuck I'm getting at. Like, that's not my fault that you're stupid. If you're stupid, I can't help you. And, like, the way that he said, oh, like, blah, 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 you're saying stats don't directly correlate to damage, and I'm like, that's not what I said at all. I said my investment doesn't matter, is what I said. And he was thinking, he was interpreting it that I was correlating it directly to damage.